The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Golden Bears in Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs, taking on another team from the ACC, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kick it away to start. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nice move to keep running. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
Back to pass, it's Van Dyke. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And those are the plays you dream about. You blitz, you bring the absolute lumber. Those big hits, man, those can set the tone. And that makes a decision for this offensive player. Do I really want to go near that guy again?
And the Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Moving away from pressure. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
The Mustangs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Brown will throw it. Under fire. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. All right, guys, let's talk a second about Cal. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks, big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from...
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set. Team up at the 28.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
Okay, break. Here we go.
Brown wants to pass. Here's the heat. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Let's take a minute and talk about Cal. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
The Golden Bears need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the right. He's got it. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan for one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the first down.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as...
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Tosses it incomplete.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Here's the handoff. He works it inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19. That's where they'll spot it. Short of the first down, now a decision to be made. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Catch in the middle. It's Morris. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Brown will throw it. Pocket breaking down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
And And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the Golden Bears have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of a dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Yeah, get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job on the defensive line, rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The handoff to Johnson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Cal! There's still plenty of time here, but huge momentum on their side.
Huge momentum. Way to get out the gates early. Early in the game to get up a couple scores, that is a beautiful thing. Takes the pressure off, puts the pressure immediately on the other side of the football. What a start.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Van Dyke. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry up.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second and regroup before running this next play.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
Looking down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense. Opportunity at the 31. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Making side adjustments here. Trying to beat him to the left. Takes him to the open. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. The Golden Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break.
Okay.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And the Golden Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the 1st down, and stay on the...
He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Golden Bears!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Get this drive going from the 17. They'll give it to Johnson. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some...
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yard situations, the goal-to-go situations. I got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a 3rd and goal.
Touchdown, Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the back. Looking downfield. It's Van Dyke. Snagged in the middle. It's Brinson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Give to the running back. Fights off a defender. There he goes. Got the first down and still on his feet. Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And some room to work. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. And it slips just inside that right upright. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Mustangs will kick it away to crank up the second half. And here he comes out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Still looking on the move. Rolling right and going deep. Makes the grab deep. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has him across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The Golden Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Golden Bears! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Van Dyke. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Wants to fire on second down. Setting up the screen. Looking for room at the 25. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. The handoff to Johnson. Hard running there. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10.
42, Spider.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Mustangs want to move quickly.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Knocked down for the tackle. And the Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Now the play fake. Caught close to the marker, it's Hudson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty.
Okay,
The Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires downfield. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
Makes a move. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown Mustangs! He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of of this drive will come from their own 17. Brown will throw it. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle? Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Finds his man. It's Harden. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's 3rd down.
A 3rd down try for the offense.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. But now, time for the 4th quarter. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen.
13.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Maryland. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Dropping back. It's Van Dyke. Quickly complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Hudson. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
We just have not called this guy's name enough. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football, and that was only his 2nd catch. And I think that's a big reason why they're trailing this much in this game so late. They just have not been able to get one of their biggest weapons involved as often as they needed to.
And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. He's gonna score. Touchdown, SMU! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. Running, and another broken tackle. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Cal! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
He'll bring it out. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw. It's Van Dyke. Got his man downfield. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry-up.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. 2nd and long here, but objective number 1, keep that clock moving.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
They want that clock to run. for the big pickup for the ground game.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Keeps it on the draw. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They'll try the counter. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they take a knee on 4th down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. Now facing a 3rd and long. They took it right down to the wire. Final game of the season, but they are now bowl eligible, and they can cash in on those extra practices and bonding time.
It's really a great moment. Like, you work so hard, and listen, this team, the season didn't go exactly how they wanted it to go, but to end on a high note is really good. And yes, Palmer, talking about those moments, the free vacation, the hotel, the new spot, the new things you get to do, the practice is fine, but extra time with your boys.
No doubt about it. Memories that will last a lifetime. The bowl experience is something today in the college football playoff that gets overlooked a lot, but it still means so much to these players. They worked so hard this offseason. You're right. It was a roller coaster of a season.